YouTube, welcome to the I Am MzTia show. I like it. Let's talk hip hop.
She says she's been bitten from head to toe.
I don't know what been chewing on me, but I know I'm ate up on me. Watch how she up to score her number 4 play.
Hello, listen. Good morning. Yes, hip hop. Listen, hello to everyone. I am MzTia. Um, Over here on this channel, I love to talk about hip hop music, period, because I'm a lover of music. So if you are new to this channel, this is what I do. And I speak from my point of view. Listen, I tell people this is an opinion-based show, honey. Just only my opinions, my thoughts, how I feel about music from my view. I'm a girl out of the South, honey, deep Alabama roots. Crazy, right? Crazy. Um, so my ideology may be different from the rest of you guys, but this is what makes me special. This is why you click, honey, because you want to see what this old Alabama girl talking about. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for clicking the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and like like the video. Anyway, I got some great topics today. Oh my goodness, hip hop is in the best state that we've seen in a long time. We got some great topics. I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar being crowned the North Star by Nas, right? I'm talking about Benny the Butcher kind of upset with the what, the YouTubers, the media. What's going on with Benny? He's in his feelings. Come on, hear what I gotta say about it. I'm talking about also the verses, right? No Limit versus Cash Money. I may even get into some political stuff. I don't know. Stephen A. Smith, he read Jasmine Crockett down crazy. Stephen A. Smith got a certificate in reading, right? But anyway, I may get into that. I don't know how long my commentary may be because I'm trying not to make this video long. And also, I wanted to talk about Doechii and Doja, two of the same birds. It's the industry trying to make us choose who do we want. Okay, I may get to it. I don't know. And if not, I'll do this at another time. But anyway, once again, thank you for clicking the channel. Listen, hip hop. Oh, one of the greatest genre of music. I said it. The title of this show, I'm gonna be the best that ever do this. Kendrick Lamar. One of his he said that in the intro of one of those songs. I don't know if it may was, I wouldn't say Elements, I wouldn't say Kill My Vibes. It may be All Right. It may was All Right. Yeah, I think it was All Right. But anyway, I love when he said that because he turning out to really truly be one of the best that ever do this. And listen, y'all know I'm gonna talk about Kendrick Lamar. He's my favorite MC in this era of music. Man, Tupac was one of my favorites in that era. Kendrick Lamar have really taken the title of being one of my favorite MCs of this era. My hat goes out to him. Congratulations. I heard that Kendrick Lamar ended his Latin scourging and he will be going on back on in December in Colombia, something like that. Ugh. Listen, we're watching, we're following everything Kendrick doing. Listen, I said this, I wrote this. I said, what a time we are living in. We're watching real history being made and the gods are speaking. And when the rap gods, let me say that. When I say that, I don't know if you guys seen this, but Nas, one of the greatest rap gods out of New York, right? So I gotta say this because he's a pillar. He's on most people Mount Rushmore, right? Especially out of New York. So Nas this week crowned Kendrick Lamar as the North Star, and you know a lot of people they can't get it because this is what I learned about foresight. A lot of people don't have a vision. A lot of people can't see it, and Nas is one of those MCs. He always talked along the line of righteousness, what we could do to be better as black people. When you listen to a lot of his old albums, Kendrick Lamar mirrors a lot of his artistry as well. So to see Nas crown Kendrick and give him this title of the North Star, oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see. I wrote a definition about the North Star. Let me see. Because everybody was like, the North Star. This is what I found. I said the North Star or Polaris primarily symbolizes guidance, directions, and hope, right? When you listen to Kendrick Lamar music, he does. His music gives you hope, guidance, and directions. And I think Nas pinpointed that to the T. He really did. It said because of its stationary position in the night skies, which has historically served as a navigational beacon, figuratively, a person, the North Star, can represent a guiding principle, purpose, or a person who provides stability and directions in their life. Culturally, it also is a symbol of freedom and hope for the African American community. It says, particularly in the context of the Underground Railroad and the abolitionist movement. I'm going to tell you, Kendrick Lamar really describes all of this, what this definition of the North Star is. That's why I said Nas, he pinpointed it to the T. You know that Nas is something special too. Isn't Nas one of those Dr. York kids? You know, those kids was learning on a level like top notch, right? No matter what you say about that organization over there under the Dr. York umbrella, I do believe Nas came up under that regime. So it's not weird, or I can see how he could see that vision. He is able to know how to see in his foresight vision. So I can see why Nas is able to see that. Because he was able to learn how to tap into those things, right? I know a lot of you guys don't get it, but when you see who these people are who's speaking, and you go into their background and you realize these people have been taught how to go into their supernatural and come out and speak what they see. And I'm telling you, these guys are gifted. I think I heard, who was that? I can't think of the comedian name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. But he talked about how people's indigo key. Like what I'm saying, these people are special. So when you hear the rap guys like Nas and the a lot of those guys that come out of Brooklyn, New York scene period, the beginning of hip hop, when you hear them speak, you really have to listen because they are considered hip hop guys. So to see Nas crown Kendrick as the North Star, he got it correctly, and you can see how powerful it was that he was able to see that. So you got to really sit back in this time, because hip hop is really making another statement and movement in history. You remember when Run DMC did it, when they crossed over with rock and became successful in this merch type of thing? That was history. You know, hip hop have always had a moment where we made history and became the light of this thing called the industry of music, hip hop. As much as they try to say we were the babies, the destructive ones, we also became leaders. Kind of like America. A lot of people felt like America was young, but ended up being the leader of what everyone does. So shout out to hip hop. Hip hop wins. Hip hop wins. Kendrick Lamar, once again, is one of those people who have came back and taken the ring back and saying, let's put hip hop back in a great place. I'm so proud of Kendrick Lamar. And I would say, do not be on the wrong side of history right now. If you haven't realized what we are watching, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're on the wrong side of history. And I'm telling you, I ain't trying to be on the wrong side of history. I know what I'm seeing. I'm proud of being in this moment, in this time, to even be able to speak about it. right? Speak about what I'm seeing. I'm so happy that God allowed me to be in this moment to be able to speak. So I have to be very careful how I come on to this YouTube and speak about what we're witnessing, because people behind us is going to say, what was going on in that time? So I hope my video be pulled up one day to say, oh, this is what was going on. Yes, Kendrick Lamar has restored what we love so much, this genre, this leg of music, hip hop. And shout out to Kendrick Lamar once again. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, listen, Benny the Butcher. I hate to go here, but Benny need a moment. Benny the Butcher came out this week. He was upset. As I watched Benny the Butcher's video, at first I said, who is he talking about? Now, I know he wasn't talking about Candyman. I know he wasn't talking about Candyman. You say his name 3 times, he might appear. But as I as I kept listening, I listened a couple of times. I realized, well, maybe he's talking about media. Maybe he's talking about the people who have the voice of this time, and he feels like it's not fair. He feels like the people who have the voice of this time may not be crediting people who deserve a moment. Listen, Benny. Just cook your dope better. Just cook your dope better, right? And we'll talk about you. But listen to this. He said, do you see what the state of the game is in right now? He said, when the streets had a hold of the culture, he said, now the weirdos, the Twitter weirdos, the Twitter nerds, I'm emphasizing, I'm kind of putting this all together. He said they have control of the culture. They have their hands on the culture. He got a lot of cuss words, so I'm skipping around. It said the voice of the streets don't mean much as when we was coming up. And he said, and that's a lot of cons that as well. He said, see what happens when the streets don't control the game. It's a lot of F niggas. He was upset. But I would say this about Benny. This is not the time to be complaining. Like I was saying before, hip hop and the rap genre is making history, and you don't want to be caught on the side complaining because you don't understand. It's crazy. I wasn't a real Benny the Butcher type of fan. You know, he's from Buffalo, New York, New Jersey, somewhere up there. And me being in the South, a lot of that, you have to be real good to reach this far. So I would just say to Benny, don't get upset with the media and the black new media now, who's just really critiquing and speaking from a point of, this is what we want to hear. We don't want to hear music anymore that make me hurt my brother or myself, right? Or destruct, or teach me how to lean myself to death. We're in a time now, honey, we want to live. I don't know about y'all, but the girl want to live. I heard somebody say, your best times is behind you. I disagree with that. I think my best time and a lot of people's best times is in front of us. You get wiser, right? You get better. You get aware of self. So I disagree with the best time is behind you. I think a lot of people say that quote is because you in your youth. But I'm going to say this. When I was 16, 18, I ain't no shit. I was crazy. You picking the wrong men. You picking the wrong friends. You're going down the wrong road sometimes. And sometimes when you get into trouble, it's hard to get out of. I wouldn't say those are best times. I think a lot of people may say that because of the strength of the youth. But I think your best times as you get older, you get wiser, you get better. You start making better decisions. So I can argue with that. If you beg the different, leave something in the comment. But so Benny the Butcher not realizing he should be in his best moments, making great music, talking from his experience. And trust me, Benny, we, as the new media, would give you great critiques about what you're saying. I think he's just upset that a lot of voices is not leaning towards certain people. And I think that's a problem for a lot of artists. Listen, just cook your dough better, man. Just cook it better. That's all. Just cook it better. But shout out to Benny the Butcher. I get it. But be careful in this time. You don't want to look like the grumpy old man complaining when hip hop's is in its historical moment. Crazy, right? And don't Benny Butcher look like he got them sideburns like he from the 70s. He look like he want to say, what you talk about, Jive Turkey? Don't it? Don't them sideburns look like jive turkey sideburns? Okay. Comedy ain't for me. Comedy ain't for me. Let me get to the next topic. Listen, Drake. Oh, I don't have long. I don't want to make this video too long. Drake is in the news. If everybody know, a judge dismisses Drake defamation lawsuits against UMG over the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us diss song. The judge said the certified pedo line is an opinion and it's not classified as a defamation. Wow. You know, a lot of people in the genre was kind of upset with saying, Drake, how could you sue over a battle? Right? And then everybody know when you're in a rap battle, it can get nasty, right? Drake couldn't last in the battle rap world. Ooh, honey, they'll be talking about them kids, his decisions. Ooh, they might even go to his mama. Honey, everybody can't last in that battle rap world. Baby, he wouldn't be able to stand over there. You talking about suing, baby. Karen would be suing everybody in that battle rap world. He get over there fooling around with Arsenal, and you know Arsenal go deep. He talk about your mama, daddy. Ooh, dirty. The Arsenal is dangerous. You know, he can't get over there and fight with them. So to hear Kendrick Lamar and the UMG kind of maybe warn the situation, I think Drake should chill. Now, will Karen stop? No. I don't think Drake will stop. I don't think this is the end for him. He's a Karen, and everybody know Karens don't stop till they feel like they got a live victory. Now, if he get a live victory, he may stop, but I really doubt it. I really doubt it. It's just something about Karen, honey. It's something about Karen. Karen don't like to go home, and she ain't won. Ooh, she don't like it. But I think a lot of people were saying this is a win for hip hop, because when you take away the freedom of speech that hip hop, so we ride that lane, the freedom of speech to express how we feel. When you about to bring in boundaries to stop that, then it's no longer hip hop, right? Because this is what it was designed for, to express what we see and how we feel, where we come from. We say, man, this is what's going on in our neighborhood. This is what's going on in our life. And then we're able to be creative with it, put it on a beat. You get to spread it to people all across the world. That's why everybody holler, they not like us. Crazy, right? Shout out. I think hip hop won. Hip hop won. Ooh, did y'all see my nails today? Right? Ooh. Hip hop won. All right, let's get this. Okay. Let me get back to what we're talking about. I done got too far. No Limit versus Cash Money for the versus battle. Crazy, right? Listen, the moment I saw this go up, I'm saying to myself, okay, which version and era will we get of No Limit, and which era will we give of Cash Money? You got to realize both of these record labels entities had several eras, right? No Limit started in California, where he had a lot of people before he came back home to really get No Limit crunk, right? And then you got to think about Cash Money. Cash Money started with a whole nother group of people too. And then they got to the era where they had Juvenile, BG, and then after that, they had another run when Young Money attached the newer version, the Drakes, the Nickies, all of these people. So Cash Money had a hell of a run, right? And if you put all of that up against each other, I don't know. It depends. Now, if Cash Money leave out the third leg of their run, which was Nicki, Drake, No Limit may have a chance. Because when you think about it, No Limit first conglomerate of people, he was in the West Coast, P. And I think, who I wrote down, I saw that King George, the Big Eggs, the Forte, y'all, a lot of new people don't even know Cash Money was even in Oakland first, right? And then he came along with the second reign, which really Propel, No Limit, Silk the Shocker, Mystical, Mia X, Max, Snoop Dogg even came in, C Murder, Romeo Fiend, Cain and Abel. Like, that was the pinnacle of No Limit, right? Then he dropped the movie that went so fucking viral on an independent level, I'm About It. Do y'all remember when I'm About It came out? I'm gonna say this. It came out on VHS tape when back then. So in our place, in our hood, we would, hey, let me see the Cash Money. So the tape went around the whole neighborhood where I was from, the garden. The tape went around the whole garden. It went around the whole garden, this one tape. So imagine, and I think he became so successful off that About It tape. It was crazy. But anyway, to the music. So P got a great catalog too. Now Cash Money went crazy. A lot of people probably don't know this, but Cash Money had MzTia, Lil Slim. That was their first run, right? Then you had Juvenile, BG, Manifest, all them came. Then they went crazy with the Nicki Minaj and Drake's. So it's gonna be a battle to see. I think this is gonna be great for New Orleans. They're gonna go up because MzTia was very big at one time in New Orleans. She had that song Monkey on the, like, she was real big. So New Orleans, oh my God. You know, New Orleans is kind of like a whole country by themselves. They do everything different from everybody. Even their bounce is different. So I think this is going to be great for the books for them. I can't wait to see this. I just want to watch it. I don't think I got a side because I think both of these labels and entities did something so big for hip hop, especially P. P kicked down a door that a lot of people came in. Now, I was reading, a lot of people said Master P distribution deal was not first, but it made a precedent in the hip hop world, and a lot of people was able to follow that blueprint after P did it, even though he wasn't the first. But what he did at that time was so bold, so it made him stand out amongst the people who had something like a deal he did before. So that alone puts P in another place. But then Cash Money came and gave us some of the greatest people of that time for hip hop. Lil Wayne, crazy, right? Superstar, straight out the gate. I always tell people this: BG was for the streets. BG was the street. The hood dudes didn't want to hear nothing but BG when I was coming up. And Juvie was just very likable with everybody. So Cash Money made history with people that we listen to today. Right now, you can go and put 400 Degrees. It'll tear a whole party up. You ain't got to do nothing but just play 400 Degrees. Crazy, right? So that's going to be a great battle. Oh my God. I don't know how would they do this. It's so much music here. How would they do this? And if Cash Money get real selfish and petty, they going to do their last leg. They last leg gonna tear it down. But I love it. I can't wait to see it. I don't know how Swiss and what's his name? I can't think right now. I don't know how they're gonna do this. But I'm happy for P and Bird. That's gonna be cute. It's gonna be very cute. What I got next? Ooh, who I got next? Before I get out of here, I don't have long. Doja Cat. Let me say this, and then I'm gonna get into Stephen A. Smith. Then I'm gonna get out of here. Doja Cat. Listen, this is what I think about Doja Cat. Doja Cat and Doechii, to me, are the same people. They're the same people, and I'm wondering because to me, I feel like the careers are kind of on hold now. Doja Cat. I gotta say their name like that because the name is so. It's so alike. Doja Cat just put out an album. A lot of people say it's good. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really looked at it, but I'm gonna say this from what I see when I look at Doja. She's a superstar. Doja Cat is a fucking superstar. Like, this girl is one of those superstars that you may get it later after she's gone. You know, she may get it later because a lot of her stuff has been good. And when you hear her lyrically, oh my God. Now, to me, I don't think Doja Cat know who she wants to be. Does she want to be labeled as a real MC in the hip hop era only? Or do she wants to, oh, they be calling me Chad. They be calling me Chad. They be calling me Chad. Or do she wants to stay in this pop? Do she want to stay in this pop era? I don't know. And I think this is something for Doja Cat. She needs to figure out who she wants to be. And I think once she find out what lane she want to ride in, then she would go. She would blow. She would blow. So that's very important. When you find out what lane you want to ride in, she gonna go. So that's Doja Cat for me. Now Doechii for the hood. Doechii for the hood. So I think people gonna cheer. Doechii and Doja got two different crowds. Doechii's for the streets, honey. She the cat by the dumpster. I'm sorry. Like, it's for real. For real. She the cat. She that cat in the hood that everybody be feeding. You know that cat that everybody. Shout out to Doechii. I like Doechii. I'm just being for real. They're two people are the same, but they're different. Doechii is that cat in the hood that'll fight the dogs and whoever. Because she a wild cat in the hood. She eat out the garbage can. She don't even get sick. Shout out to Doechii. Doechii, it's no hate, because get what? I'm that girl too. I'm that girl in the hood too, baby. Baby, I will beat you down in this four square game. Did y'all play that? We did hopscotch, four square. We used to swing on the swing so hard that we would flip it. We told our swing said that just fucking hood. Just damn ridiculous. We tore our own playground up. Just sad, right? We used to get in the swing set and do the hot dog, right? You know this hood. You know this hood. Y'all remember the hot dog? Y'all may not remember the hot dog, but you know, one person get over there and then you put your feet together and then you swing it. Man, we used to swing that thing in the hot dog. We used to flip. Okay. So Doechii, I'm not saying nothing that I ain't talking about myself about, sis. But Doechii and that girl, we gritty, we raw, we just straight out the streets, bro. You can't do nothing but love us because we're in it. We see it and what we say, this is what it is. So this is how I see Doechii. And I do believe if Doechii get a chance to express who she really is, blah, 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 she may do great. Now, this is what I want to say to Doechii. Stay away from the political stuff. Being in this industry and being who you are, you got to stay away from the political, because it would be a place where people will hold you back. Sometimes people don't like your opinion, especially in your state. So if you ever notice some of your great artists, they never really say anything. A lot of them speak about it in their music. So when she got up on the Woman of Soul Awards or the BET Awards? No, was it when she won a Grammy? I don't know. I can't remember. And she gave her opinion about how she felt about the president. I cringed. I was like, no, not yet, Doechii, because you're really not in yet. You really haven't put your foot all the way through the door. So you have to be careful about certain opinions. You got to find a crafty way to express how you feel. Or people, the people that will hold it against you. So that's my advice for Doechii. Be careful about expressing certain things in a way that may stumble and hold you back in your career. You better ask Nicki Minaj. Ask the queen. Let me not get her started. She'll get to cranking up. Then I gotta get up out of here. Stephen A. Smith and Jasmine Crockett. Listen, I'm gonna summarize this because I don't have much time. But Stephen A. Smith went up on his platform. Y'all know the Stephen A. Smith show. Go and check him out. He talked about how he reprimanded Jasmine Crockett. He talked about how instead of Jasmine Crockett complaining and being very vulgar and disrespectful to the president of the United States, she should get in a place where she's able to relate and talk and speak to the president in a way concerning her party, asking for things that would help her party. He said if she would do more of that, it would go over well for her. But he said the disrespect, the vulgar language, the angry persona that she's putting on every day, it's not a great look for her. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I agree with Stephen A. Smith. I feel like the thing that they put over black women, that we're very disrespectful, we talk crazy, we unruly. I think Jasmine Crockett, being in her position as a powerful woman, she's a senator or something in Texas, I can't think, I don't got my notes. She should be a little bit more couth, right? And she's not. She's looking very salacious. She's looking wild, being who she should be. So I do agree with Stephen A. Smith. I think Jasmine Crockett should focus more on what she could do for her community instead of just everyday complaining and being very rude to this regime that's going on now. Because in the end of the day, you got what, 3 or 4 more years with President Trump. So you got to figure out a way how to feed your people. And if you get the door closed on your people, that's not a great leader. So I think people in the Democratic world need to think about this. Really pay attention and maybe whisper in Jasmine's ear and say, okay, what could you ask for? What do your people need? I think she's doing less of that and more of just destroying relationships and communications amongst her party and the people that can really use help from this party. But listen, that's just me. I'm a girl from the South, hood girl at that, honey. But my daddy always taught me common sense as well. And sometimes you gotta play the game. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I am MzTia. This is the I Am MzTia show. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next week. Bye.